guess it's true, I'm not good at a one-night stand. But I still need love, cause I'm just a man.
It's not called music's biggest night for nothing, and nobody bigger than Sam Smith. You hear him there. Four Grammys for the 22-year-old, but it wasn't all about Sam. So here to recap all the biggest moments is ABC's entertainment editor, Lesley Messer. I love Sam Smith.
I love Sam Smith too. It was so great to see him win every single award.
Thank you so much.
Although it didn't leave a lot of time for anybody else.
He kind of swept it. Every time you saw his name in there, you knew he was probably going up.
Right, and I think he probably did too. He was probably like, well, time for acceptance speech 3 right now. But you know, if you have to have someone go on stage again and again and again, I don't think even the other nominees minded that it was Sam Smith. This is someone whose album was so incredible and he's so well deserving.
And his speeches were so modest and grateful. But what would you say the overall vibe of this year's show was?
I will always remember this as Grammys 2015 Unplugged. It was a very acoustic Grammys. It was quiet, really chill, not necessarily the big blowout performances that we're used to.
That was my first thing, is that you always get these big performances a la Katy Perry Super Bowl. Like something big where you're really into it. You've got all these people in one room. I was waiting, and I don't feel like I got that, but there were some highlight performances. Tell me some of your favorites.
So I loved the ELO performance, and I really, really loved Rihanna, Kanye, and Paul McCartney's performance. It was such a great group of people. Kanye West really did a great job discovering that up-and-comer Paul McCartney.
You saw all that social media backlash? Yeah. This Paul McCartney is pretty talented.
Great for Kanye West to give him a chance. But in all seriousness, it is so much fun to see a new group of people come together to make music. I thought Rihanna sounded amazing. Kanye West hasn't been on stage in such a long time. So it was really, really fun to see all of them up there together.
In fact, since his Grammy snafu, I think, with Taylor Swift. So this was a big deal to have him back.
Yeah, and he was having a great time. He was smiling in the front row.
Smiling is something we don't see from him a lot.
Not all the time. He doesn't just give them away for free. You know, he joked around with Beck. He was there with Kim Kardashian, who looked great. It was a fun night for him, for once.
Give me some bullet points for someone that missed it but needs to sound kind of smart by the water cooler tomorrow. What do they need to know about tonight's show?
Well, let's see. Sam Smith, as we discussed.
Done.
Killed it. There were so many different kinds of performances where artists that you might not necessarily think would perform together did. Sam Smith, Mary J. Blige. Two things that you wouldn't necessarily picture together but go together really well, as it turns out.
And Annie Lennox.
And I mean, there are no words.
Yeah.
And I think Twitter basically exploded when she came out with Hozier for Take Me to Church. It was an unbelievable performance.
That was an epic performance.
And so nice to see her again. You don't get to see Annie Lennox perform every day. So
I was a little disappointed though that like when you expected a big performance like Beyonce, there was a lot of slow music. So I felt like it was like a bad wedding DJ. You're like waiting for the dancing song and nothing came on.
And I think when they're hyping a Beyonce performance, you're sitting there waiting for her to come out to do a Drunken Love or an EXO. And she looked unbelievable. Her voice sounded great, but it wasn't the performance I think we were both waiting for.
Well, and we can't forget about Madonna.
Madonna doesn't age. The woman is 56 years old.
Could have put pants on, but that was just my 2 cents.
But if my legs looked like her legs, maybe I'd walk around without pants on. I don't know. She looked unbelievable. She keeps reinventing herself decade after decade, and it's unbelievable if you think about it, how many Grammy Awards the woman has probably been to.
Any upsets?
Well, I think I would have expected to see Taylor Swift on stage just because I don't ever remember an award show where she hasn't.
Right.
But no, I think I expected Sam to have a big night. It was a monster record, a great song. He's such a likable guy. So honestly, while it would have been nice to see some other people in play, it's not so bad seeing Sam Smith on stage all the time.
No, and if anyone deserved it, the nice guy does. But ABC News entertainment editor Lesley Messer, thank you so much for giving us all the high points of the show.
Thank you for having me.